today I hit the gym for a full body and abs workout. I have none at the moment because I'm postpartum. I don't really know if I can call myself postpartum anymore. My baby's like a year and a month old. It took me 9 months to get back into working out. 9 whole months. I was not this personal trainer that shot my baby out and was back in the gym training 3 hours later. This was not me. I had joint issues, I had a shoulder injury, and I had a baby. For this workout, you're going to need a couple of bits of kit that I will guarantee you the gym won't have. Here they all are. Core sliders. These cost me about £8 from Amazon. I am using a heavy slingshot band. This is a resistance band that doesn't slide because it's sticky on the inside, but it has very little give to it. So unless your glutes are good and strong, I don't recommend this band for you, but I recommend this. Little ones. I got these from Amazon for about £6. I got 5 in a box for different resistances. Always like to carry in my gym bag iron woody bands. I have 1, 5 in every single size, all the way up to the big fat chunky ones. The only ones that I really need to use at the moment are a number 1 band and a number 2 band. If you don't want to buy yourself a mini resistant loop band, you can actually get this band and you can double it up. There to there, and that will fit nicely around your knees or your ankles. I will link all these fantastic bits of kit in the description box. Let's go hit the gym. Alright, for our first exercise, you want to grab one of your sliders and put it on your back foot. Make sure that your front static leg is on a stable surface. Hold your dumbbell from underneath close to your chest with your elbows pinched in. Notice my chest is up, my shoulder blades are back and down. Slide your back leg as far away from you as possible whilst aiming to drop your back knee to the floor. It's okay to touch the floor, but don't bang your knee. Driving back up again, I am pushing my front heel hard into the floor. In the split position, you'll see that my shin is near vertical, and that's because I've got dominated quads and I want to make sure that I'm hitting my glutes and my hammies. Get your band on for your next exercise. Push your legs out hard against the band to keep the glutes working. Remember, this is a hip hinge movement, not a knee bend exercise. Keep your shoulder blades back and down with your head up. In the 3/4 movement, you'll feel it more in your glutes, and in the full movement, you'll feel more of a stretch on your hamstrings. Be sure to squeeze your glutes together on the return movement. Keep your weights close to your body, don't let them drift away. Who doesn't love a glute kickback? The static leg should be feeling a burn in the glutes from holding yourself stable, but the muscle that you're trying to keep the focus on is on the working leg. You should be isolating your butt. I perform 12 to 15 reps of each exercise, moving straight from one exercise into the next, resting for a minute between each circuit. I prefer longer rests to ensure a good amount of recovery so I can perform each set well. I did the circuit 4 times in total, and my peaches were burning at the end. Burning. Once my buns were done, I moved straight into my next tricep, which was mostly upper body dominant. I'm using a box for this next exercise because I have not got the strength to go all the way full range down to the floor. Is I'm pushing back between each rep so that my triceps get a little bit of a break. It's also going to be working my shoulders just that little bit more. If you're a client of mine, this next exercise will feature in most of your programs. Renegade row is my favourite exercise because it really gets my core engaged. I use my full body whilst focusing on my bicep and back. It's all about glutes and shoulders here. I'm doing my upright rows supersetted with my banded side steps. Side steps hitting my glutes whilst trying to keep the tension on my shoulders. I've let my arms drop a little bit low there, but you're trying to upright row right under your chin, hold it static as you side step. And I rested for a minute or 2 before I repeated the circuit all over again, another 2 times. Moving swiftly on into our third and final full body triset. We're starting off with the Bulgarian split squats. I prefer holding my dumbbell up on my chest, goblet style, pinching my elbows in, pulling my shoulders back because I find I feel it more in my glutes. Front leg is shin vertical to keep tension on my glutes. Moving on to Arnold presses. I'm doing these seated so I can't sway through my body. You're just rotating your arms up and out as you come up. This is the tension mostly on your shoulders. Third movement we're going to be doing is the front raise to lateral pull aparts. This is mostly on the front of your delts, but as you pull apart, you should start feeling your rear delts firing up. You can have your feet in two different positions for the Bulgarian split squats. I hated the first position with my foot on the bench flat, so I switched back to being back on my toe. Do see how I am pushing my rear knee as far back towards the step as possible, just so I'm not pushing all my weight onto my front quad. I repeated this circuit another 2 times, so that's 3 circuits all in all. I dropped down onto my knees for my third exercise because I was starting to get tired and I was starting to sway. Dropping to the knees meant that I couldn't cheat the movement that much. Abs was next on the list. This exercise was just a little bit too advanced for me. My abs are not strong enough, but I wanted to put it in there anyway because they do 2 or 3 reps that are actually all right. That's about it. So you're lying with the bosu on the small of your back here, and I'm trying to keep myself as straight as possible as I reach my opposite hand to my opposite foot across the ball. I was dying, flat out dying. I try and go again because I'm not a quitter, but then I die some more. I regress the exercise, next set. Next up, you want to grab your sliders, put them under your feet and be in an elevated plank position and slide your legs out to the side, alternating them. Then drop to your elbows to feel a little bit more of a burn through your abs. Here is the regressed position that I did where I brought my knee into my elbow. This was a lot more manageable, but by this point I am just straight up not able to cope at all. As you see my face here, I'm dying a lot. I don't give up though. I won't give up. I did just 2 rounds of this particular superset because my abs were dying. For the next and last abs superset, you want to stick with your sliders underfoot. I feel this last superset more in my lower abs than anything else. This movement, I'm trying to keep my legs as straight as possible and my back as straight as possible by piking my bottom up into the air. I then tucked my knees into my chest, so it's sort of like my knees are coming in towards my elbows, and try to keep my hips up nice and high because I want to feel this through my abdominals, not my back. As you can see, I'm starting to fatigue really rather badly here. Should have probably wound it in after my first superset for abs, but I was not going to let this defeat me. But just 2 rounds later, I was done. Me done. I hope you all enjoyed this workout as much as I did. Remember ladies, if you're postpartum like me, build yourself up slowly, stick with it. You're winning. You're winning. You're a winner.